Hey everyone, a little bit of a different video today. I kind of wanted to start highlighting some crypto news for you guys, keep you guys well informed on what's happening, because I do think it's important. Obviously, since you guys are investing, I want to make sure that you guys are positioned in the best possible light. So I want to cover this article today, and then another project that's helping make sure that you guys are following the appropriate framework and kind of all that today. That project is called Portal DeFi, but we'll talk about this and then kind of jump into that in a bit. Let me just I'm not going to go through this whole entire article, but I do think that it's definitely an interesting read. I'll definitely put the link in the description for you guys to check out. They also have a great video kind of highlighting some of the points as well. So this one specifically, the SEC is reportedly probing crypto exchange Coinbase. Obviously, we have all know what Coinbase is. Obviously, probably all of us use Coinbase. It's probably one of the easiest crypto exchanges to use, especially in the United States, and a publicly traded company overseas. On suspicion, it allowed U.S. persons to trade unregistered securities. We'll talk about what that means. And then this is an article on CoinDesk, but it's kind of referring to Bloomberg. It said Bloomberg reported Monday that the regulatory was investigating some of the tokens listed on the exchange. So some of the tokens listed on the exchange. The SEC alleged last week that 7 cryptocurrencies listed on Coinbase, and if you actually click this link, you can learn what those are. They said 7 here, but they might have even found even more. I think up to 9 were securities in an unrelated insider trading case brought against a former product manager at the exchange. So definitely a lot of heat on that person. So they said, as previously said, he believed that Coinbase should register as a national securities exchange, given some of the cryptocurrencies it has listed. Coinbase, for the most part, is criticized as SEC for not providing clear rules for finding cryptocurrencies might be deemed securities. And they kind of talk a little bit about that. And then there's a response from Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, kind of his take on it. He says how Coinbase lists its assets, and he kind of goes on to it. It's a multiple part mention that he lists on Twitter, that he kind of talks about. He even links something called the Asset Hub on Coinbase. So definitely check a look at that. But they're still being probed, and of course this is still ongoing. And so it says Coinbase legal officer, it says, we're confident that rigorous diligence process will make sure that this reviews and everything essentially will be fine. But of course, anytime you see something like this in the news, you want to know, hey, what the heck is it about? Does this affect me? And how can I move about in the future? So definitely check this out if you guys are interested. And the whole thing I wanted to bring about this today, in case you guys aren't in the know, people buy tokens the same reason they buy stocks and other securities. So price appreciation, you want to buy something so it goes up, so you actually make money. So the SEC often considers crypto as securities. Projects whose tokens are considered securities will be subject to stringent regulatory and punishments. Portal DeFi, which I'm going to talk about today, uses a compliant framework to raise funds and distribute those tokens never to be considered securities by the SEC. And so Portal DeFi actually posted this Medium. This was actually a while ago, like literally May 21, 2018, where they kind of talked a little bit about this, and they mentioned this exact thing where they said the SEC considers 99.9% of token fundraisers unregistered offerings as securities, but they want to do something different. So we propose a methodology for distributing cryptocurrencies and digital assets that are not securities and don't violate security laws. Yeah, that's the last thing you want to do, is violate any laws. And you can read this whole article, but they said essentially TLDR, skip to the solution, an alternative, fully compliant cryptocurrency issuance framework. Because again, like I said, if you're investing, you're spending your money, hard-earned money on buying crypto, and you end up buying something on something like Coinbase, and all of a sudden these issues arrive. I don't know what's going to potentially happen to it, but the idea is you want to make sure you're doing everything by the book. You are making sure that you're following all the laws. And obviously it's really hard these days to do that. Obviously crypto is still new, but it's great to see that people out there like Portal DeFi are doing things to kind of help you along the way. So I kind of wanted to talk about that. But obviously with everything going on, this is not financial advice. You guys should definitely do your research on things. You should definitely learn about these things yourself and kind of get, especially if you plan to be investing in crypto for long term and holding for a long term, these are all the things that you should know. And even if you don't know every single intricacy of that, you should know at least the main parts of it, or like I said, working with something like Portal DeFi. So I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about Portal DeFi today and kind of how that plays a part in this. And I kind it kind of got brought into light because of all the things that are happening with this article and things that are potentially could be happening elsewhere in the future. And then this medium was really good what they created, and I kind of want to highlight some of the things. They talk about why they created this network. Truly decentralized, meaning the instant the network goes live, complete dominion and control of the network's node operators follow set by Satoshi. Bootstrap the creation of the network and toward only early contributors, because the reason they mentioned Satoshi is that Portal is a layer 2 wallet and DEX on the Bitcoin network. Which is really cool because they have obviously the user in mind. They said it's engineered from scratch to make swaps between Bitcoin and other digital assets fast, secure, and private. They're building on top of the Bitcoin blockchain, which is great, offering a wide range of DeFi services while maintaining anonymity while it's open. So if you guys want to learn a little bit about that and kind of like all this, the details, you guys can. But I kind of wanted to spend some time on Portal DeFi, and then at the top it's kind of cool. It says you could actually become a stakeholder in Portal DeFi. So the minimum investment is 5,000. If you actually click this, you will be taken to this website called you have to log in and go through some like sign up, but essentially it takes you to this website where if you actually are past all those things for the login, you could actually invest, and it's pretty cool. Let's dig into this a little bit, what this means. And it's interesting at the top. You could actually invest in Portal, minimum investment 5,000. If you want to learn more about that, you guys can. I'm not going to cover that today. But it says, with Portal, decentralized finance becomes uncensored, peer-to-peer, and truly minimized, just like the underlying properties of Bitcoin. Portal swaps more provable execution of crossing contracts between layer 2 and layer 3, which allows the speed and liquidity of centralized alternative with the trust minimization guarantees of Bitcoin. Moreover, transactions are much faster and cheaper than layer 1 transactions. So we'll kind of go through some of this today. I think it's interesting. Like I said, projects like this definitely come to light when news goes around, especially Securities. They also have a great team behind this. They have nothing to hide. They're showing who they are. They're kind of experienced. All of their founders have experience in like blockchain creation, web development, product, and community building, which is great. And then of course, if you see all their backers, they definitely have a ton of great people on here. Probably people that you mentioned. They have some great news articles that they talk about. They raised $8.5 million, which is great. They have some more information. It says, leveraging the native capabilities of Bitcoin to build censorship-resistant DeFi. And then cross-chain DEX could make wrap tokens a thing of the past. So again, if you guys want to learn more about this, they have more. They also have this great video section where people are talking about the benefits of Portal DeFi if you guys want to dig deeper into this. But one place I think you guys definitely want to check out is, obviously I showed you guys their Medium, which is really great, but also their Twitter as well. They do a lot of things like AMAs, keep you guys engaged in this. They talk about how to participate in Portal on Republic. That's the investment where you invest 5,000 minimum. You could be a stakeholder. They do these monthly reviews, which is really cool. So if you guys want to check this out, you guys can as well to kind of learn what's the latest happening with Portal. But their Twitter is also a great place as well. Centralized finance platform that blends the best of Bitcoin and layer 2. They have a Telegram. They have a Discord if you guys want to learn more as well. Again, this article I think specifically is really good as well, where they kind of talk about Portal DeFi, the Bitcoin time chain, and kind of the evolution that they're doing. They also talk a little bit how this compares with Ethereum, so if you guys want to check that out as well. But they also talk about some of the products that they're actually working on. They said Fabric Protocol, it's a smart contract protocol for building powerful centralized application known as DApps with Bitcoin as the underlying security layer. So they blend the best of Bitcoin and Fabric's atomic swaps to enable truly zero knowledge swaps between Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. They're creating the first true cross-chain DEX, which is great. And then, of course, their overall mission is freedom, security, and privacy for all. So they aim to facilitate the creation of a truly free market where participants can interact with peer-to-peer centralized applications built as layers on the Bitcoin network. So again, if you want to learn more about them, definitely follow them on the socials. So that's Portal DeFi. Hopefully that was informative to you. But again, you guys should definitely check out the links, learn more about Portal DeFi, learn more about Securities, learn more about things going on in the crypto news, and I'll try to keep you guys updated as always. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time.